Signetti showing some emotion.
Yeah, really happy for him, and the fact that it took him to 62 to even get a Power 5, Power 4 job now, and the success that he's had since he's been at Indiana. It's only been 2 years.
He dedicated it to his father, Frank, who's no longer with us. But as much as he's become this cultural phenomenon, right? Google me. And he has that like scowl on his face when he's coaching. They could be up 4 touchdowns and he's still kind of bearing down.
And no emotion on a touchdown, no emotion on a big defensive stop.
For as tough as the exterior is, if you listen to him talk, like he doesn't expect his coaches to burn the midnight oil. He's been loyal to those guys, many of them from when he first started over as a head coach at a little tiny school on the way up. There's a lot to admire about what he's done. He doesn't view players in the portal or players that they recruit in terms of what they could be. What are you? Can you produce? And he got a bunch of guys in who were productive football players, and he coached them up, and they just toppled the entire sport of college football 16-0. And, John, last year it was, it's a cute story, soft schedule. They built on it. Mm-hmm. They beat everybody. They beat Ohio State. They beat Oregon. They beat Miami. They beat everybody.
And you always hear about, in the matchups, right, how many 4 and 5 stars are for Ohio State versus Indiana? How many 4 and 5 stars playing for Miami or whoever they're playing? They always have less, quote-unquote, recruiting stars. But to Signetti, it doesn't matter. It's about production. It's about what can you do to help us win. And he has found that the secret sauce. And I think part of it is the fact that he has more 4th and 5th year guys playing for him than anyone else.
Yeah, and it doesn't sit well with some people, but...
Oh, because their team lost?
Well, right. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry that Georgia didn't win another national title. I'm sorry that Alabama and Ohio State didn't win another national title.
The recipe is just different now than it was when Nick Saban in his heyday at Alabama or Dabo Swinney, the success that he had at Clemson. Like, it's just a different recipe. Whether or not you liked it then, whether you like it now, it's what it takes to win in this current era.
And I also think it used to be you could hoard the 4 and 5 star guys. The talent's more spread out now, and it puts a premium on development. It puts a premium on team building and roster construction and trying to make sure the pieces actually fit together. Like, Fernando Mendoza wasn't a 5-star.
He's a 2-star.
Right. He didn't get a walk-on spot at Miami. He went to Cal. And when he hit the portal a year ago, nobody thought they were getting the number 1 pick in the draft.
The Heisman Trophy winner.
Right. So it does put a premium on, can you identify talent? Right? John, how many stars did you have coming out of school?
3. It's a big 3.
You ended up having a hell of a career. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's some of it, too, and Saban's talked about this. Who's assigning these stars?
Right, and I've never been a big fan of the star system. Now, obviously, if you're a 5-star guy, you have better odds when you go in. It's like being a first-round pick, right? Obviously, you've identified talent, but what does it take for that talent to be successful?
Right.
It takes a coaching staff that can develop them. How many times have we seen quarterbacks taken in the top 5? Oh, this guy's going to be amazing. Trevor Lawrence. Until the right coach, the right system got with Trevor Lawrence, we didn't see much about the guy that was supposed to rewrite and reconfigure what a quarterback looks like in the NFL.
Yeah. So what do you think this team's legacy is, Indiana?
Like, where do they rank?
Well, however you want to answer it. What lasting impact do they have? I mean, do you think... Yeah, let's just start there. I mean...
Well, I think they are... the Joe Burrow LSU team was far and away, to me, the most talented team.
I also think I agree with you because you did have a collection of talent that's now more spread out in the sport.
Right.
So I would agree LSU's more talented.
In terms of their legacy, I think it shows that, you can win any school can win in the transfer portal NIL era.
So if you're Vanderbilt, if you're Ole Miss, if you're BYU, if you like, these teams have real chances to compete for the national title now that didn't before.
Right. And I mean, one of the dirty little secrets, one of the things that nobody really likes to talk about is you don't have to be the one that spends the most money, But if you're a school that wants to compete, you're going to have to mine all the boosters, all the alumni, anybody that has an interest in your program to be able to get as much money as possible to be able to acquire the talent.
I mean, they kicked the door down. It's kind of how I'll remember them. They kicked the door down because I think more of this to follow. And I'm not saying it's Indiana every year. It's the idea that it could be anybody any year. John, it's 3 straight Big Ten champs.
Yeah.
Who's the fourth? Is it Oregon next year?
Well, it could be with Dante Moore coming back.
I know. It does feel like, and then you go into the season feeling like, well, it's not the same 3 teams, which I like.
Well, and it was funny because you heard Brendan in the update just a little bit ago talk about the odds, the way too early odds for next year.
Yeah.
And I mean, the SEC, like people can't stop talking about SEC teams. Texas. And what did we hear about Texas going into the bowl game against Michigan? Well, they've had, 12 guys either enter the draft or hit the transfer portal. Mm-hmm. Yet now all of a sudden an SEC team is supposed to, perform the next miracle.
No, those days are done.